And she doesn't look stupid because she doesn't have a hanger coming out of her ass.
Beat time. Beat time.
What up, YouTube? It's the Hype Man Nate coming at you with another review. Except today, something a little bit different, still figure related. It is the first ever accessory review on BFG Reviews. As you can see in front of you, a nice collection of action figures. Collecting these action figures, the more NECA I'm finding in my collection. They do a lot of the main video game licenses that I love, namely Street Fighter. They do the Resident Evil line from a few years back. You'll see Psycho Mantis back here, but he's not NECA, but he's just here for illustration purposes. How do you make him stand, Nate? What is that, wire hanger? Well, your prayers have been answered. It is the figure display stand from NECA. I got this for $12.99 in my local comic book store. That's Canadian pricing. In the States, I know they retail for about 10 bucks. That's the reason Hype Man Nate is here, trying to make a little bit of excitement, because all I'm really reviewing are figure display stands. I'll clear a few of these out of the way. So I have recruited the help of the First Lady of Fighting Game. You'll notice Chun-Li, she is on what we call a flight stand. If you Google it, or if you YouTube it, you'll find a lot of videos on how to make your own flight stands. Yes, that is a wire hanger. Grown-ass man in the basement making flight stands out of hangers for his toys. Hey man, looks dope, whatever. It worked. I needed something to help Chun-Li stand. My baby's also joining us for this review. You might hear her purring in the background. By the way, side note, these NECA Street Fighter 4 action figures are really nice. She stands pretty decently, however, any little nudge on your display cabinet will leave her laying in the background for a while. That's right, she fell. Now these NECA display stands come in a 10 count pack, standard little hanging display. Probably pose your favorite 6-inch to 8-inch action figure with these 3 1/2 inch diameter clear finished plastic stands. See, I'm Canadian. I'm metric, baby. Opening her up. So really hard to see these because they're friggin' clear. Okay, I was actually wondering what these bubbles were, but they're actually just a protective top. The real display like that only has one peg hole system in it, and it comes with a little made in China NECA stamp on it. Unnecessary crotch shot, totally unintended. You'll notice on the bottom of most of your NECA action figures, they all have around the same size peg holes. They should just snap in. There you go. Hopefully the joints of your action figure aren't too loose yet. It's that ankle pivot. Dang ankle pivot. And there she stands, Chun-Li, on her NECA display base. It works. I had a little bit of trouble with this one because of the ankle pivot. The joint might be a little bit too loose. I've had this figure for a while now. But there you go, she's standing. The main reason I got this was because I just recently acquired this figure. A Nightmare on Elm Street 8-bit figure, Freddy, and I had to snake the stand, snake means steal, for you BFG review vocabularies. I don't think Licker was too impressed. Somebody stole his base. That would make a really cool series though, Freddy versus Licker. Just Freddy killing Licker like a billion times and he won't die. I would watch that. But yeah, this base actually belongs to Licker over here. But just for fun, let's see how he fits with the standard NECA display base. As you can see, it works for this figure. The peg hole doesn't fit as tight as I would like it to fit, but it actually fits in. He's standing. The only problem is the Licker, he's more of a larger scale figure, so the base looks too small for the Licker. Fancy base you got there. You forgot the power glove. I make the worst Freddy impressions ever. Let's give the Licker back his stand. That actually fits a lot better because it was custom made for this figure. Okay, let's get Freddy in there. And there you go. Freddy fits a lot more snug. I don't know if it's because he's a newer action figure and then maybe the peg hole just fits better for him, but he does fit well on the display stand. But I just wanted to highlight this part because you can see the black. I would have preferred personally to have more black bases to the clear bases, but beggars cannot be choosers. This is all I could find. And yeah, it works for Freddy. I think it works a lot better for Freddy because he has less articulation points, hence he's not going to fall as much as per se Chun-Li did. This is another Resident Evil figure. This one is Ada Wong. She was poorly casted in the latest Resident Evil movie. Those Resident Evil movies are garbage. Cannot recommend that. Again, peg holes. Wow, actually she fits really well on this base too. And she doesn't look stupid because she doesn't have a hanger coming out of her ass. Let's try it on a non-NECA figure. This guy can read your memory cards. This one was made by McFarlane Toys like in the 90s still, when Metal Gear Solid was still a new game. Psycho Mantis. He actually fits really well. I can't complain about that. I can stand Psycho Mantis. I don't know how these are going to fit for all your other action figures. I don't know if there's like a universal whole size action figures. Yeah, I know. My baby's, she's purring. It's so cute. $10 in America, $12.99 in Canada. Not a bad thing to have, especially if you have a lot of these action figures. While I sum up my thoughts, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of epic pose down featuring the NECA display stands. In my personal collecting, I'm going to be getting a lot more NECA action figures. Really like that line, so a good investment to have these stands. Only wish they were black. But for your NECA figures, they do work really well. It worked well for one McFarlane toy, so I can only assume that it'll work well for the other McFarlane toy. So there you have it from BFG Reviews. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below. A lot more reviews on the channel. Actually interesting stuff, not just accessories. I think the next review I'm doing is accessories anyways, but whatever. I got a lot more figure reviews, especially video game related, action figures and statues, so check that out. So for me and Haley, she's smiling at you guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Peace. Subscribe, please. Thank you for all the support.
Beat time.